What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another Solana video. Well, I know my camera's not on, and that is because I'm on a quick 2-day business trip, but I will be back on Sunday with your regularly uploaded videos. Now, in today's video, we're going to quickly go over what is happening with Solana here because its price is doing exactly what we expected in the last video. Now, in the last video, we went over the fact that Solana had just broke out through this key zone of liquidity. We had established this key zone of liquidity with all of these resistance establishments, these support establishments, and I told you all the fact that we went straight up through it was likely and going to entail or foreshadow that we would come back to back test it before looking to possibly either climb back towards the upside or inevitably lose support and then start to see the downtrend begin. I told you all that this back test would be extremely important and I would update you as it did begin, and that is exactly what we are seeing at this given point. So shout out to those of you who didn't get caught up with this crazy move to the upside and buy in these wicks here. Now, at this given point, what I would go ahead and say is you need to be extremely careful with Solana. The main reason why I believe you should be extremely careful with Solana is because, again, if this backtest of support does not hold, Solana is in a position to revisit $17.40. As you are all aware at this given point, we have this key level of support that we've been holding on to for this entire year, and at some given point, we're very likely going to break this ascending level of support and revisit the most recent support establishment, which again is at $17.40. The loss of that level does put Solana in position to see a visit back to $12.85, so obviously you need to be careful because, again, if this support establishment right here fails, that's exactly where I think we're going, and at this given point, again, that could be a fall of another 25% to the downside. But generally speaking, October is a bullish month for crypto, and so I could see the support establishment holding for a measure of a few reasons. Reason number one is, again, just general liquidity. Of course, we saw that we had this inverse head and shoulders forming here, in which if you take your breakout target from, of course, the top or your shoulder or neckline, sorry, and apply it to the top of that shoulder line, you had a breakout target right around $24.40, and that is exactly where we went up to. That then says, okay, yes, this is a valid key level of support, and the likelihood is when you have a valid key level of support like this, you're probably going to get at least some type of bounce off of this, okay? Flip this previous point of resistance into support. Now, as I mentioned earlier, of course, we do have all of this liquidity that was formed and all of these trades that were happening in forms of resistance and support sitting between this $22 and $20 zone, as well as the fact that your Bollinger Band 20 simple moving average is also now entering directly into that zone. All of these things tell me that this key level right here absolutely could hold, but we just need to be very, very cautious. The reason why I'm being very, very cautious is not only due to the fact that, of course, we could get this fall to the downside here of over 25%, but there's even some indicators saying that that is pretty likely. What you can see here is on this daily chart prime oscillator, we have this overbought reading now forming. That goes to show that this thing is overextended to the upside. We have a red reversal triangle, which typically will signal when a reversal to the downside is on the way soon. And we have this bearish momentum dot, which also says that the bullish momentum is waning off and bearish momentum is now entering into Solana's price. So with that in mind, obviously, I don't want to be really going buy crazy right now, considering the fact that this support establishment could fail, and then we could start to begin this process of moving towards the downside. That is on the realm of possibilities. And so at this given point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch closely. Does this support establishment hold? Do we start to make a break above $22? Because at that given point, boom, this chart prime oscillator probably got a strong reset towards the bottom, and now we're going to make another move towards the upside. That's what I'm personally waiting for, and I'm not going to do much accumulating while we're sitting in this zone because I don't want to be buying now if I could be having better buying opportunities approaching. So I'm looking to see, does the support establishment hold? Are we going to be able to find this, this bullish momentum off of this establishment and then boom, get some growth to the upside? And if that is the case, again, then I will start to ramp up some of my purchasing because a move towards $30 is very likely from that point forward. So of course, I will continue to update you as this does play out, but I just wanted to issue a warning today to maybe even slow down on the purchases for now until we can see whether or not support is going to hold. Of course, I will update you as soon as this does play out, so make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.